All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Road to Super Affiliate series. I'm really excited to be here tonight, guys. We do have Spanish interpretation with Karab. Thank you guys so much for doing this for the entire community. I'm very excited to be here tonight. For those of you that are maybe on this series for the very first time, this is the third installment of this series. The first call that we did was a welcome call. We went over the blueprint, we went over the vision, and we went over kind of what it looks like to really get started in your business and just get started in general. And then we had a couple different podcasts. We had Ali Saleh go over his 250K affiliate journey, what he's looked at, over the industry, over the years. We also had Karab himself talk about his journey in the industry. And then Joey did, his, inviting techniques, his social media techniques. And, we've been building block by block by block on the foundation for all of you guys to really just take your business from where it is right now, but then take it to where you want to go. Because at the end of the day, all of you guys are on here for a reason. All of you guys take time, on your Wednesday night or your Wednesday morning to kind of just get that plug in, right? To get that juice and really, have the opportunity to take your business to the next level. Because, at the end of the day, I remember, when I first got started in the industry, I needed calls like this. I needed this, for myself. I needed to be able to, plug myself in to keep my energies levels high. So for you guys to be here today, that's what you're doing, and that's what we want to do for you guys. And what we're going to talk about today is something that's completely different than what we've been talking about, right? We've went over some of the basics. We've gone over, some of the, simple things when you're first getting started. But this is like I said, call number 3. And in the couple different posts that I talked about, what we're gonna go over, and one of the major things, guys, is going to be, how do I attract my success or the success into my business, right? How do I take my life just to that next level? But then on top of taking my life to the next level, what do I have to have at my core? Like, what do I have to eat, sleep, and breathe in order to get to where you are? What does it look like to be a super affiliate, right? And then I want to help all of you guys understand exactly where you are in your business. I want to give you the complete business roadmap tonight to really just know exactly where you are. So how you guys can participate tonight is by turning your camera on, putting your phone on do not disturb, taking out a notebook and a pen, and actually writing down things that I'm going to talk about. Because here's the deal, and this is the reality. Most of you guys on this call right now that are listening probably just have it on your phone. You're probably doing other things. Maybe you're driving, and you're only going to hear maybe 10% of what I'm going to speak about. And 10% is not the meat and potatoes, right? Like, you're not going to get it. It's not going to receive to you. You're not going to be able to retain the information that I'm trying to provide for you. And I love Zoom. I love doing this because it's convenient. We can connect with people all over the world, but it doesn't compare to being right next to you. It doesn't compare to being in front of a room in front of you guys where you can feel the energy and you are listening intently. So I just ask you to participate, right? I ask you to take this serious. And the reason for that, guys, is because most people, they live their entire lives just reacting. They react to their circumstances, to their boss, to the economy. I need you right now, though, to stop. I need you to stop reacting, and we're going to start creating. Because again, you did not get here by accident. You being on this call right now, guys, is not an accident. It's based on the decisions you've made, the people you've met, the opportunities that have came now your way. And this is the whole thing we want to talk about, is it's a direct result of what you've been attracting. You've attracted this into your life. But here's the problem. Most people, they attract the wrong things, and they don't even realize it. And we're going to get into this first part here. And honestly, it's the biggest lie. It's the biggest lie in the law of attraction. See, I love law of attraction, guys. Every day I'm thinking about manifesting. I'm thinking about positive things. I'm thinking about how can I take my life to the next level. But see, the biggest lie is people think you can just visualize success and that it'll just magically show up, but that's not how it works. You do not attract what you want. You attract who you are. I'm going to repeat that, guys. You do not attract what you want, right? Obviously, we want so many things, and we're taught, attract it, manifest it, think about it. But you don't attract, guys, what you want. You attract who you are. I want to give you guys an example. Let's just pretend you walk into a room today, right? There's two people. You're sitting in a room, but there's two people that walk in after you, right? You look at this person. One person is hesitant. They seem kind of unsure. They seem shy, and they kind of just seem like they're doubting themselves. You can look at them, and you can kind of see that that person did not come in confident at all. The other person walks in as if they own the place. You guys ever met a person that literally walks in and they look like a celebrity? Like they just ooze the aura of success? Guys, it's the same room, same people, but for those two people, there's two completely different outcomes. The first one gets completely ignored. The other one, though, gets opportunities thrown at them. And it's because people don't follow weakness. People will follow people that have certainty. So how can you guys have the magnetic influence, right? Like, how do you attract the things that you want into your life? Because remember, guys, what I talked about, how this is going to be a call that's going to attract everything that you've ever wanted in your business. This is a call that's going to teach you how to get the right things in your business and stay away from the wrong things. The first thing that most people do wrong is they say this, right? And I'm sure you guys have heard this before. I'll believe it when I see it. Right? Even when they see the presentation, guys, they see, okay, I get a 10K prop firm challenge account. I can use tap to trade. I'm sure a lot of people have said, I'll believe it when I see it. Man, that is a quote that got played in my head so many times. I'll believe it when I see it. But a real leader, guys, is I'll see it and then I'll believe it into existence. Once I adapted that, once I understood that right there, my whole life changed. See, when I first got started, guys, I didn't wait for my rank or my paycheck to show up before I acted like a top leader. See, in my mind, I pictured myself as a top leader. I stepped into the leadership first. I became it in my mind while the world and my business caught up. How can you do that, right? How can you adapt that type of thinking? It's very easy. One, you believe it's already done, right? Whatever you want to happen in your business, guys, you have to right away set that goal, write it down, and act as if it's already done. See, when I came into this business 2 years ago, I already knew I was going to be a super affiliate, right? Like when I was talking to Josh, I said, you know what? In my first 90 days, we're going to put in like 4,000 people. I promise you, I will be a super affiliate. I am already a super affiliate. It's going to happen in the next 90 days. Even though it didn't happen, guys, it was already in here. It just took time for the world to catch up. But here's what happens to most people. Is like right now you're listening to me. And you're like, okay, Matt, yeah, okay, I want to be a 10K affiliate. Right? I want to make some full-time income. I want to hit 25K affiliate. I want to be able to go full-time with this thing. So I'll write down that I'm a 25K affiliate. You know, it's already done, right? The people are already there. I just have to go show them now. I got to use the inviting techniques that Joey talked about, that you talked about. I got the right blueprint. right? I'm a 25K affiliate already. The world's going to catch up. But here's what stops you in your tracks. It's every word you speak is either moving you towards your success or it's pushing you away. The second that you think or say, I don't think this is going to work, you just created your own reality. See, I have a story with this, guys. When I first started running with my business partner, Joey Wilson, we would sit in his car, right? And sometimes you can't help it, right? Like there was times where, we'd be sitting in the car and I had no money, right? I had $0 in my account. And I would look at him and I'd say, bro, man, I'm so freaking broke. Like, I really want to get this thing going. He would look at me and he'd say, Matt, get that out of here. You can be broke. I'm not broke. Get that energy away from me, right? Because when I spoke that I was broke, guys, I made it true. I made it a reality. You might be thinking to yourself, well, I really am broke. I really don't have any money. I am struggling. Even if that's true, if you want to stay there, you're there from the choices that you've made. You're there because of the decisions that you've made day after day. See, guys, your thoughts, right? The things that you say, the things that you feel determine your emotions. See, when you say, I'm not good enough, this is never going to happen, I'm broke, I'm never going to be successful, they're way better than me, guess what that does to your attitude? You might not be trying to do this, but it's taking down your attitude. And when your attitude gets taken down, guess what happens to your actions? Your actions display a person that's not doing anything, right? You sit and you play video games instead of going and prospecting someone new. Instead of getting on a presentation, instead of getting on this call, you decided to go to a movie. And there's a lot of people in our organization that are doing that right now. And when you do those actions, guess what happens to your results? So this all it all starts with every word that you speak. And here's my challenge for all of you guys. What is your negative statements you've been repeating? What have you been saying all the time? I want you to just drop them. Drop them all. Drop it. No more. When a negative thought comes in here, or when you think, or you catch yourself saying something negative, guys, cut it off. Completely cut it off. Because here's the deal. When you do that step right there and you cut negativity off, guess what happens to your energy? Your energy level goes up, right? And here's a fact. People are drawn to energy. It's true. People are drawn to energy, not the information. If you're excited, they get excited. If you're uncertain, they get uncertain. Let me give you another example. Let's say I got on tonight, guys, right? Let's say I got on this Zoom today. And I said, hey, everyone, today I want to talk about some business stuff. Would you listen? Like if I came onto the call and I said, hey, guys, hey, everyone, today we're going to talk about some business stuff. Would you listen? Of course not. The single most important moment in your business, guys, is this right here. Like if I came onto the call, right, and I said that statement right there, did you listen? Listen how I said it the first time, right? This is the single most important moment in your business. Or if I come on and I say, hey, what's going on, everybody? This is going to be the single most important moment in your entire business. You feel the shift, right? You feel the difference. Understand that you're a walking magnet. Everything you think, the actions that you take are either pulling you towards success or they're pushing you away. Decide which person you're going to be. I want you to decide right now. In the chat right now, guys. Which one are you? Are you confident or are you uncertain? Are you negative or are you positive? Which one are you guys? Are you a super affiliate or are you a nobody? You guys are all super affiliates. That right there, just that little piece right there that I just talked about, is the magic of attracting what you want into your business. See, it's not just about visualizing. It's not just about writing it down. It's not just about talking about it every day. That was a real way of attracting it. Now, you're thinking to yourselves, okay, cool, Matt. Yes, okay, I will say the right things to myself. I'll block myself from saying some negative things from time to time. And that's gonna change my attitude. And from that, my attitude's gonna be better. I'm gonna be more cheerful. And because I changed my attitude, my actions are gonna be different. And then my actions, guys, hopefully, that'll give you better results. But see, there's a difference between how you show this business and how you do your business in two ways. There's the person that does it for very surface level things, and then there's a way that people do it for something that's deep in their core. And I want to do an exercise with all of you. Some of you guys might be just a week into the business. Some of you guys might be a month into the business. Some of you might be a year in the business. Some of you guys might be 5, 10 years in the business. I want to do this with all of you. I just want to take a second and let's pretend that you're getting started today. Or I want you to go back actually to the day that you got started. And right now in the chat, can you just let me know why you got started with the Akashics? Just real quick in the chat. I'm just kind of curious in the chat, why did you get started with the Akashics? What came over you? What came over you that made you say yes? Right? The dream of time freedom. I love that one. Cool. I wanted to learn trading. Cool. I wanted to create generational wealth. Awesome. I wanted to be job free. Thinking of my daughter's future. I wanted to quit my weekend job. Fulfill my purpose. Okay, that's a great one right there. Moved from another company. Create my retirement plan. Those are all good, guys. This next part, right? This is the core. So this is like deep inside of you. And here's the deal. I want to help you guys right now because some of you haven't done this yet. I want you to take what you just wrote down and I want you to go a level deeper. I want you to go a layer deeper. And what I mean by that is, see, when I first came into the industry, my first initial thought was, I would like to be able to buy a new car. I'd like to be able to take some vacations. I would like to be able to buy my dream home. I'd like to be able to go full time, right? Those were my initial whys, why I joined the business. And, over the course of my first couple of years, that was enough to keep me going. I was consistent. I showed the plan. I was going towards it. But eventually, I got demotivated, right? I started to think to myself, I don't know if the business is worth it for me, right? And my first 2.5 years was a struggle. And it really wasn't until 2015 when I got back into the industry when I figured out really what I wanted. And it got to the point where I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired of just being average. I never wanted to be average. I never wanted to work a 9-to-5 job. I never wanted to have to show up to work for someone else. And I realized that my true reason why I was a part of this business, network marketing, was because I never wanted to just be average. And that was great for me, guys. That helped me go hit six figures. Like figuring that core belief out helped me go make my first six figures. So, you have to figure out what your core is. And I asked you guys, so let's see some of these, right? Like some of them, like this one, for instance, is I want to learn how to trade. Okay, so, but why do you want to learn how to trade? Right? Like that's just surface. What's the layer below wanting to just learn how to trade? Like what's trading going to do once you learn? Oh, it's going to allow me to quit my job. Well, why do you want to quit your job? Oh, because I'm sick and tired of showing up to a boss that believes I'm only worth $8 an hour, $10 an hour, $15 an hour. I'm sick of living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, well, why? Why are you sick of living to paycheck? Well, because I'm struggling, Matt. I can't pay my home bill. I can't pay my car payment. I can't pay my cell phone. I can't take my wife to a nice dinner. I can't take my kids on a vacation. Okay, how does that make you feel? Why do you want to change that? Because this is not the life that I wanted. I wanted a life of abundance. Why do you want a life of abundance? Do you see where I'm going, guys? Do you see where I'm going with this? Once I figured that out, so my first core was I didn't want to be average. But then I really started to figure out why I didn't want to be average, moving into my second company, and that's how I went to get 7 figures done. See, my second company where I had massive success, guys, I figured that out. And I went on to make 7 figures. But something happened this go around during this run that now put me on a mission. And I want to share this with you guys because I know most of you guys are, you believe in whatever you want to believe in. Like I'm not going to push faith on you guys. I don't believe putting faith into business. I don't believe in that, right? Like I believe whatever you believe in, you should believe in. But I just want to ask a question really, really quick. In the chat, have you ever had a moment in your life that you felt like someone spoke to you? Like the higher power, whatever you believe in, the universe, God, something spoke to you? There was a moment in your life where you're like, I'm listening. Thank you for confirmation. There was a moment in the last 2 years that had happened for me. And see, my first experience, like I said, I was very surface level. I just didn't want to be average. That was my core belief. I went on to hit 6 figures with that core belief. The second experience, I figured out like I wanted to help other people, right? Not have to be average. It helped me make 7 figures. But there was a moment during this last 2 years that I believe really took me to that next level. And I believe who I believe in spoke to me. And it happened while I was at, a church service. I was at this church service. And if you guys don't know, I like to play football. I'm a semi-pro football player. I got actually my championship ring right here. We went on to win the national championship down in Florida. But in high school, I wore number 18. In semi-pro guys, I wore number 13. And, as a child, my mom always would tell me that I named you Matthew because it comes before Mark in the Bible. My dad's name is Mark. So she's always been very religious. She's like, Matt, your name's in the Bible. I named you because of that. And I was attending this church service. And this church service, guys, I go there a lot. And every time that I'm there, there's something that they speak about that relates to just my life, my business. So I usually always take something from it. Well, during this specific church service is when I really found my core. Like I found why I'm doing network marketing. And some of you might share this with me. And I want to share it with you because I think that this could be a pretty big moment for you. And what happened during this church service is the pastor started talking about basically the parable of, if the Lord has 99 sheep that are accounted for, if there's one that's missing, he's always going to go find that one. And like as he's going through this, to me, I started thinking, well, that was me. When I was 22, I was just lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was following what everybody else was doing, right? I was going to school. I was trying to get good grades. I wanted to be successful. but I just didn't know what I was supposed to do, right? But then I got introduced to network marketing, and then I saw other people that were successful. I saw that they were living a lifestyle that most people dream of. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, cool, this is my opportunity. And they said that if you work hard, you stay teachable and coachable, and you just stay in long enough, you can too become successful. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm in. And when I'm at this church service, I'm thinking to myself, this is beautiful. This is exactly what network marketing is. This is really an opportunity to go save as many people as we possibly can. Because what's the other side of this, right? If people aren't in this deal, what's the other side of it? They go to work, they miss time with their family, they get told what they're worth, and at the end of the day, they don't get to live the life that they want to live. Like if you look at people that are even like business owners, right? They're stressed because they're the first ones there, they're the last ones to leave, and they're the last ones to get paid. A very, very select few actually get to live a life of freedom. But see, network marketing does not prejudge. It doesn't matter if you just got out of Penn State, right? You went to Penn State, or if you just got out of the state Penn. Does not matter your background. Network marketing accepts everyone. You can join, you have the same roadmap, you have the same tools, you have the same everything. Does not matter, guys. It's an even playing field. And if you take this thing seriously, if you go all in, and you stay around the circle of people like me, like all the other leaders that try to pour into you, guess what happens to you? You become more confident. You learn business skills. You start to think differently. You start to think about giving back and helping other people. You become, I believe, the best version that God wants for you. I believe that everybody's put on this earth to get to the best version of themselves. And when I was attending this church service, they said, yes, there's 99 that are accounted for, but there's one that's missing. The Lord will always go find the one. There's people in this business right now, guys, that are not on this call, and they're still the one, right? They're not found yet. Network marketing is not inside of them yet. They're not the best version of themselves yet. The reason why I did this series is because I knew that I could help more people be found. That's why I'm so passionate about this business. But remember I asked you if there's ever a moment that God spoke to you? Because it happened to me. When I got home from that church service, I was passing the football around with my buddy. He ended up dropping it on the ground. He picks it up. He looks at it and he goes, Matt, what's this on your football? Why do you have Matthew 18:13 written on your football? And I was like, well, man, when I go to practice, it's the same football that we use for practice and it's mine. I bought it. So I put my name on it. I put my football numbers on there because I want people to know that it's mine, right? 18 was my high school football number. 13 was my semi-professional football number. He's like, oh, okay, cool. But then he's like, well, wait a minute. I wonder if that's a Bible passage. Like, I wonder if that's in the Bible. Like, do you know what the verse Matthew 18:13 is? And I was like, no, I have no clue. And I Google what the passage is. And I kid you not, guys. On my phone, it says, if there's 99 sheep that are accounted for, even if there's one that's missing, the Lord will always go and find the one. That moment, even to this day when I share this story, is to my core why I love network marketing. Because it gives me a voice to help as many people as I possibly can. To give to people. That's what God would want. Again, I'm not the most religious person. I'm not the perfect person. But I believe he spoke to me to share that with people. because you deserve it. It's not your fault. You've been programmed to fail. You've been programmed so many times to be told no, that it's never going to happen for you. Go get a real job. Don't mess with those things anymore. Those things don't work. Ha ha ha. Yeah, the people at the top make all the money. You're told day after day after day that you're not good enough. This business gives me the opportunity to help as many as you as possible. That's my core. I challenge every single one of you to get deeper into why you're doing this. Why did you get started? Because everything happens for a reason. You are on this call today for a reason. And every single one of you right now, guys, are in 4 different stages of your business. And I want to wrap up with you knowing exactly where you are. I want to give you guys the exact roadmap of how you can take where you are right now, because without the information, obviously you can't get to the next level, right? Like, it's the lack of knowledge that holds people back. But once you have the knowledge, knowledge is power. So today, I just want to give you guys the real inside look of exactly where you are. Because there are 4 stages of where you are right now. There's the personal growth stage, that's number 1, right? Personal growth, guys, is when you first get started, right? You have to lead yourself first. In order to lead other people, you have to first lead yourself. Before you can build a team, you have to become someone worth following. Before you can build an army, before you can actually get people to follow you, you have to become someone worth following. See, I struggled with that, guys. See, when I first got started, I was not someone people wanted to follow. Right? I was a partier. I was a jock. I just wasn't someone that people wanted to follow. I had to become someone worth following. How do you do it? Personal development, confidence training, and doing the business fundamentals, right? Inviting, presenting, closing, right? Those are the business fundamentals that you have to get good at. You got to listen to the books. You got to get on calls like this. You got to continue to grow. And how can you gauge that, right? How can you gauge where you're at? You have to take action daily, right? You have to take action daily. Or are you just consuming the information, right? Do you hear this information that I'm saying today and then do nothing? Are you just listening to it all and taking no action? See, you can see how well you're doing by just going out there and actually taking action. I learned so much more by doing than listening. So that's really the first phase, is just that personal growth phase. Some of you might be in that phase, but that's good, right? That's okay. Just understand, though, that you're in that phase. The second phase, guys, is the recruitment phase. It's just building out your what's called frontline, right? Now, a frontline looks different in every company. In my first company, it relates a lot to this company. You don't have a team unless you've enrolled 30 people. Okay? You do not have an organization unless you've personally enrolled 30 new people. You need to find, out of the 30 that you enroll, basically 5 to 10 serious people. Not your friends, not your family, but guys, the ones that are super hungry for change. Right now in my business, I'm a multiple 7-figure earner. Me and Joey, we're business partners. We're multiple 7-figure earners, guys. If you broke down our business, we have basically 10 serious people that are just so hungry for change. And this is how you can test the 30 people, right? If they're not showing up, guys, if they're not on this call right now, if you go through the list, right? Let's say you're a leader on this call and you go through the list of people that are on this call right now. If they're not here, they're not serious. Move on. Goodbye. Text them and say, hey, I'm taking my business serious. I got other people that I need to go work with. Sorry about that. Because I'm going here and you just stayed right here. The biggest tip I can give you guys is sell the vision. Sell the vision of where you're going. If you're in the recruitment stage, you got to find the 5 to 10 serious people. And you can do that, guys, by knowing when to move on. And when you find those guys, you need to sell the vision of where you're going. Because here's the deal. Again, people do not join this business based off of the details. They join based off of the movements. They see people moving and they're like, oh, we got to go do this thing. So that recruitment phase, guys, you got to move. And you got to find those 5 to 10 serious people. Now, here's some qualities in some serious people. And I want you to write these qualities down. I'm going to give you 5. The first quality is desire. Like a burning desire. Like I'm talking, they want to make this thing happen no matter what. That's number 1. Desire is very crucial. Number 2 is that they're teachable and coachable. What do I mean by that? Well, when you tell them to do something, they do it. When you tell them not to do it, they don't do it, right? They're on these calls. They're taking notes. You tell them to make a list of people to go show, they make a list of people to go show, right? They're teachable and they're coachable. Number 3 is they have credibility with their contacts. See, there's some people that I bring into the business and we go show people and they sign up everybody because people will join just because of who they are. If you find somebody with those three attributes, you could build a pretty big organization pretty fast. Because if they got some desire and they do exactly what you tell them to do and they got some credibility with their contacts, you can enroll, right? You can go show people and they're going to get started and you can start to build a team. Number 4 is toughness. And you can find out if they're tough pretty fast. See, when you go show some people and they get slapped in the mouth, like they go show their best friend and their best friend tells them that they're an idiot and they get slapped and they're like, you should have never joined that thing. They come back to you and say, I don't care, I'm all in. I know where I'm going. He's an idiot. He called me an idiot, but he's an idiot. They got some toughness, guys. Because those 4 right there, guys, you got what you call an ace. Like you got somebody that you can build into a leader. But number 5 is a full package. Number 5, guys, is someone that will go build your business for you. They don't need you. They get started in this thing. They just need the right information and they're ready to run. Number 5, guys, is they're competitive. Like you put a goal out there, they smack it. Like this month is a great gauge of who's competitive. Who's on the top of the leaderboard. A competitive person doesn't let themselves not be on that leaderboard. You get somebody that got all 5 of those, oh my God. You found the next 7-figure earner. I'll tell you guys those one more time, right? They have desire, right? Burning desire. They're teachable and they're coachable. They have credibility with their contacts. They're tough and they're competitive. In your recruitment phase, guys, you're just sorting. That's it. The next phase of your business, guys, is just duplication. A real leader, their success is not measured by how much they do. It's about how many people they can develop. See, at this point, my organization has gotten so big, guys, it's not about how much I do. It's about how many people now that I'm able to go out there and develop. And when you find those people that have those qualities, those are the people that you want to develop. Those are the people. The duplication phase, guys, is just getting them to be leaders. And how do you get someone to be a leader? You make them go do things, right? Let's say you're doing an overview. You make one of them do the intro. You make one of them do the first half. You make one of them do the back half, right? You make one of them just share their story. you get them doing stuff, right? You get them to kind of, step into that leadership. And the last phase, guys, is just scaling your business, right? It's that momentum stage. It's the final stage. And it's really where you just kind of step back and you just let your leaders go. You just let them run, right? They put their team names together. They put their systems together. Yeah, you host the weekly leadership calls. But those weekly leadership calls, guys, the top players in your business, they do the training, not you. I'm doing this super affiliate series, guys, because I want to give back to the entire community. But at the end of the day, each organization, they have their own. They do their own. Because here's what you want to focus on, guys. It's the systems over your own personal hustle. Once you can get to that fourth momentum phase, it's all about your system. That's it. Now, how can you scale though faster, right? Like if you're gotten to that momentum phase, here's what I want you to do. I want you to basically have the ability to scale faster. And I want you to think about basically the 80-20 rule. If you broke down your entire organization, it really comes down, like I said, to that 5 to 10 people, right? But the statistic is this. 80% of the growth will come from just 20% of your team. Again, find them, pour into them, and just let the rest fall where they may. And here's what I want to do. Who are the 2 to 3 people in your team right now who are truly all in? I want you to focus on them. Okay? Because 80% of your team, 80% of the volume that you bring in is only going to come from 20% of your team. That's that 5 to 10. You're going to pour into them, and you're just going to let the rest just fall. I want you to write down, though, if you have a team, who are the 2 to 3 people that are truly all in right now? All right. So that's the first way to scale your business, is finding those people, right? Finding the people that are all in. Number 2, to scaling your business, guys, is events. I'm not going to lie. I am not the greatest event promoter, right? I'm working on it. That's one of my growth areas that I really need to work on. But to really scale your business, guys, understand that your income is actually tied to how many people you get to the events, period. See, the biggest turning point in my business is I just made a rule. I will never go to an event alone. Because if I'm going, I'm bringing a whole crew. I knew that the people on stage would do all the work. So we're going to go on a tour here, and we're actually having an event in April. We have a tour in May and June. If we're coming to your market and you're on this call, you're listening to this right now, you need to make the decision, guys, that you're going, but not just you're bringing a whole crew with you. That every person that you bring to the event is like adding another $100 to your business in residual income. So how much do you want to make a month, right? You want to bring as many people as you possibly can to these events and never come alone. All right. Now, for a lot of you guys, this series has helped you understand the blueprint. It's helped you learn how to invite, right? It's given you guys some of the leaders' stories of what they've gone through. And today, I've helped you understand the core. I've hopefully helped you understand how to build momentum in your business. And now you understand how to attract everything into your life. This series only works, though, and this is just me being honest. This only works if you work. For things to work, you have to work. This goes back all the way to the beginning. You can't just think and everything comes. It's the action. Understand something. if you're indecisive about this business, if you're indecisive about your leadership, guys, it kills your opportunity. I want you today to start to move with conviction. You are the one. You are it. You are going to become the best version of yourself. The goals you have set in place are already done. You are done thinking negatively. Your attitude is going to begin to change. That is going to help your actions become higher energy. That is going to bring more results into your life. Guys, thank you so much for hopping on. Cannot wait to see you guys on the next one. You guys have a great rest of your night. Let's see in the chat if you got something out of this, guys. Drop some nuggets, drop some fires, drop some 777s in the chat. We got something special brewing here, guys, with this company. Over the last 2 years, we've been laying this thing brick by brick. We've worked on everything, guys. When I came here 2 years ago, Akashics was nothing. There wasn't even an app. It was $199 to get started. We've not only made it better, guys, we've changed the game. We don't charge. We are one of the lowest priced products in the trading space, guys. On top of it, we give every single person $10,000 to trade with. We are dynamic. We have the results. We have the opportunity. There's going to be a 12 to 24 month period of time right now that you can change your life forever. You can make millions of dollars in this run. But right now, it is a fight for market share. Who is going to go get the market share is the question. Apply the things that we teach on these calls, guys. Go work, go action, go multiply, go grow your business. It's game time. March Madness, guys, still has a couple weeks left. Go help people get their 10. Let's get excited. Let's get fired up. Let's go all in. I love you guys. You have a great night, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.